all the cities in Israel, Zacchaeus could not live in Jerusalem. He could not live in Bethlehem. He could not live in Judea. Zacchaeus, of all places, was resident in Jericho. Maybe let me refresh your mind a little bit what Jericho stood for. Apart from obstructing the children of Israel on their journey from the promised land, has it ever occurred to you that the good Samaritan of the parable, on what road was he attacked? On the road to Jericho. And when you read the Bible, after the wall of Jericho fell, Hiel of Bethel, who went to rebuild it, rebuilt that wall at the cost of his first son. That is Jericho. Can you imagine Jericho, of all places, with prosperity all over? It was at the entrance of Jericho that blind Bartimaeus sat to beg for alms. Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Isn't something good ever happening in Jericho? And that was where Zacchaeus lived. And Zacchaeus himself was not really a hero. He lived a life of sin. He oppressed with the oppressors. He was the chief of tax collectors, chief of sinners. And when you looked at Zacchaeus, you possibly would think somebody that was so rich, so much of an oppressor, would be 7 feet tall. And you looked up and you couldn't see him. And you looked across and you couldn't see him. But if you just look down, there he was. Zacchaeus. Nothing to boast of except his terrible reputation. Nothing to boast of except the terrible city where he lived in. Nothing to boast of except his little stature. But then, I don't care exactly how ugly your story may be. When God steps in, something changes. In fact, no, I take that back. When God steps in, everything